We are live on another Friday night. This is The Ring by Arena Australis. I'm Fishing a Heater, and this is Dr. Trotter. How you doing, Trotter?
Yeah, good mate, good mate. Everyone turn off the football, get ready because the ring is out and we're in with another hot meta come out today. So this is something we've seen before, the Voyager Cup, but it's not in Great League. Am I right, Fish?
That's exactly right. So, Silverfyree back in, or would you say March? I think it was.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd say yesteryear, whatever that defines. And
Yeah, so back in whatever that month that was, Silph came out with a meta where it was you had to pick one Pokemon in every generation for the first 5 generations, and then for a sixth Pokemon you could have a flex pick that could come from any generation with some restrictions, like some blacklisted Pokemon. So what the carryover champion has done this week is picked that meta, but for a little bit of spice, they've decided to make it Ultra League instead of the Silph Arena's usual Great League. So, Trotter, how much do you remember about this? The way this, I guess, stacked up, interacted.
yeah, all I remember is everyone was like, okay, do I pick Venusaur or Charizard for that generation one? Um, seemed to dominate that number one slot, and everything else sort of. I think everything else. I'm going to say everything else revolved around Kanto. Being a big Gen One kind of guy, a lot of people seem to build their team that way. However, I think it gave you a lot of options to like, what's a Pokemon I really like battling with, and then once I've got that Pokemon, how can I build the rest of my team around it? It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun. I think I did reasonably well in Voyager and Great League, and I guarantee I would do terrible in Voyager and Ultra League. So I hope our challenger has is up for this one because this is potentially something that could be a little bit tough, right? Because not a lot of people are ready for like a wide Ultra League meta. I think given with Premier League, they may have a few more picks up their sleeve, a few more Pokemon available to them. But be interesting to see what our challenger and our champion pick for their teams.
yeah. And just a side note, you did talk about how challenging you think you would find it. I think a lot of people agreed with you because I'm willing to reveal that this was the lowest turnout for people who wanted to appear on this episode that we've ever had. There was not many that wanted to give this a go. So let's give a massive shout out to, number one, EpicCactus for suggesting it because I thought it was a good idea for a meta, and number two, the challenger who has stepped up to the plate to take it on, and that is Silverfire.
Silverfire stepping up to the plate. And I say EpicCactus may have done this deliberately, knowing that maybe not a lot of people want to join this meta, and maybe I can try and get a second win in a row here by putting a meta out that there's going to be less people keen to get on board with. So maybe a little bit of a little bit of
Sneaky
sly,
play.
sneaky tactics.
Metagame. I call
Yeah,
that
yeah,
metagame.
yeah. So the cat is here. It's back, and as you can see on this team, I had a good look at Silverfire's team, and there were probably two things I noticed. Biggest is the big old Reggie Rock on the right there, has a few different things available. So it could actually be running Lock On or Rock Throw, and both of them are actually really viable against the flies because it's just going to build up their energy really quick on Lock On, or the Rock Throw will just kill them. So fast move damage KOs.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how that is. And no grass Pokemon on EpicCactus's team. So I'm wondering if the Giratina is going to be the grass Pokemon surrogate to take out, well, potentially Swampert. So as we can see, both players have a Fire and a Swampert. Both of them have a Scavalier. Both of them have a Charm user. So very similar teams, but there's a few nuanced differences between the two, and it'll be really fun to see how that plays out. What did you notice when you were watching these two teams, how they stack up against each other, Fish?
Well, I noticed the same thing. How they've both gone with a different fire user, and I think Silverfire it is my pick as winning that particular one. Not only because it absolutely smashes that Escavalier, which is going to be a popular pick on both sides tonight, but also the fact that Silver hasn't brought a Giratina, which is a big move in a fairly open Ultra League format, means that the Shadow Claw on the Typhlosion is not being put to as effective use.
Yeah, so may have a little bit more trouble with that Venusaur because he's going to be forced to either use the Escavalier for the Venusaur, the Giratina for the Venusaur, but the Giratina also needs to counter the Swampert. And I mean, the Shadow Claw's not really going to pressure Venusaur. He just needs to, equal shield, try and beat it to another Sludge Bomb. Because obviously neither of them are really going to want to take too many of those charged moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are going to be longer battles because this is Ultra League. Ultra League Pokemon take longer to die, right? We've all been there. We've been doing it for the last month in GBLs, and thank goodness we're moving on.
One more thing that I want to point out before we get into the battles is the Raikou or the do you say Raikou or Raikou?
I'm a Raikou guy.
You're a Raikou guy. I think that's a great pick because that wild charge damage is such a heavy neutral hit. We have seen. I only learned recently about that player Jonkus in who was on the top of the GBL leaderboard for a little while. Yeah, I'm seeing by your face that you haven't heard. So he ran. He got to the top using a what's it called, Magnezone lead, because that wild charge was such heavy hitting neutral damage to almost everything else in that meta, and so Raikou can have the exact same effect. Not only that, the two things that resist wild charge in EpicCactus's team, one is the Swampert, which it is absolutely going to beat the Raikou, but the other one, the Giratina, which Raikou's got Shadow Ball for that.
Yeah, that could be massive. So it'd be really nice to see how that plays out. And I mean, nothing else wants to take a wild charge or a Shadow Ball, let's face it.
Yeah, totally. Alright. EpicCactus has gone for his second win. He wants to be the first player in a little while to achieve his second win, and he has got a replay up his sleeve. So he, in his previous battles, won all 5 in a row, which gave him the opportunity to replay one of his battles for tonight. Let's see if he has to use it. This is battle number 1, EpicCactus versus Silverfyree, and we are starting out with a fantastic lead for the champ. Swampert straight into Charizard, both bringing up the switch menu. Cactus is expecting the lead, but Silver has decided to just build up a little bit. Not even trying to switch out. Like, I know I personally try and switch out and then it doesn't work, so I end up having to shield anyway. But it looks like Silver wasn't even trying. Brought up the switch menu and then brought it back down again. Interesting. Keeping it in, surely we're going to see the second shield. That Hydro Cannon is going to very nearly knock it out. Still going. That is crazy. Now switching out, so it's built up almost 2 Blast Burns, and now EpicCactus has brought out the Typhlosion to counter the Togekiss. Trotter, how's who's winning at the moment? This is a weird one so far.
Yeah, it is a little odd, but I mean that Charizard is effectively dead in the water. It's got almost no energy. This isn't too bad for EpicCactus still. He does generate energy so much faster. It is going to force Silverfyree to use these shields or go down, and he chooses to go down. Those Blast Burn just doing an absolute ton of damage. Interesting, bringing this Charizard back out here, knowing that he's probably not going to be able to get to use this energy on anything else.
Oof.
And Blast Burn, not very effective, taking out the Typhlosion. And
okay, so I would go for the farm down here. The Mudshot does effectively get it. Charizard couldn't quite get off that charge move, and now we've got the mirror match coming in. So Cactus, with the energy already, is going to take Silver's Swampert to about almost the same level of HP as a Zone. Cactus throwing another one now. We are seeing the shield, so Silver wants to get rid of that opposing Swampert. We are down to 0 shields left on Cactus' side. And now, on Silver's side, and now we're down to 0 on Cactus's. But we are going to expect Cactus to take it. Oh, going the Earthquake. Interesting. Do you think that was the right decision, Trotter?
No, I think no, I don't. I would have even preferred to have let him take it out, but I mean, he got to hide what his second Pokemon in the back was. So I mean, you got the win, you take it. Yeah, it's hard. So that was really one of those RPS situations in that lead, right?
Yeah, exactly. I do actually think that was the right decision. Because that was the last Pokemon, and he did
Yeah,
have enough of the Earthquake. Even though Hydro Cannon is more energy efficient, Earthquake is doing more damage. So you want to, like, if you've got it there, use it.
yeah, for sure. I actually, when you asked me, I was like, oh no, he's still got another Pokemon in the back. He might have wanted some of that residual energy, and even taken a Hydro Cannon on his Swampert, so his next Pokemon could get more energy. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it was already over. So no, definitely the right decision there,
yeah. Sweet as.
100%.
All right.
So our
So what do we
champion
see?
nailing the lead there, really.
Yep, totally. And how did that set him up for the rest of the battle? Do you think?
Oh, just dominant. Um, the switch to Togekiss was nice. I just think it should have come earlier.
Much earlier.
Given that Togekiss a chance to actually win the matchup, give them the switch advantage, so then he can take out whatever else is in there. I mean, either way, if you just play it out, you're just going to lose. So either no shield and take the loss, or switch straight away. That would be my take on, especially something like that where you don't have a super hard counter in the back.
Yeah. It's lucky that Silver did manage to get good use out of the Charizard with what little health it had left. It was really just gonna be whatever comes in next, throw a blast burn, hope for the best. So, uh, luckily, the Typhlosion was at low enough health that it did the job there, and like it actually ended up being, you know, handy for that reason. But like if Cactus had come out with a Giratina, then that's, you know, wasted energy. You know, a whole wasted Pokemon really.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
exactly. So are we going? There were two flies in that team for Silverfire. Is EpicCactus going to bring that Regirock? I just want to see Regirock in one battle. That's all I care about. One battle.
All right, let's go. Battle 2. EpicCactus up 1-0. And we've got the Swampert counter. Cactus winning the lead again. So it's a Dragon Breath as well. So Silver is building up, presumably to an Earthquake. Yep, going to go all the way for the Earthquake. The EpicCactus has fired off a Dragon Claw first. It's always going to get to a Dragon Claw before Silver's going to throw any charge moves there. Already down at half HP. Building up a little more energy. Now going for the Earthquake. Let's see if Cactus opts to let this go. And I think it would be a good decision to do it. No, keeps it. Interesting. So now this Giratina is going to win this matchup with almost full HP. So, and going for the farm down as well. Silver does get to the Earthquake. And I definitely agree with not using the shield there. So EpicCactus is now going to be at about a third health left, finishing that farm down. And now Silver has to decide what to bring out next.
Yeah, so this Togekiss is going to come in and charm down. There's no need to really shield anything here. The Togekiss's primary job is to take out this Giratina. And, oh, we're getting a switch out here. So this is a really nice tactic here from EpicCactus, knowing that Giratina is now protected from that Togekiss because he has another Pokemon in the back to use to counter that Togekiss. So forced to use some shields here on these blast burns. Let's see how Silverfire and charging up extra energy, going for the drill run, just getting it off before every Cactus got to that blast burn, which I think both of these charge moves are going to take out the opposition's Pokemon, and both are willing to spend shields here. Now, Silverfire is definitely shielding this one up, and he's going to get to a drill run before EpicCactus can get to another charge move. And looking at that switch timer, it's not up, so this Typhlosion is definitely going all the way down here. This is where you would have really liked that Fire Fast move on your Fire Pokemon.
Totally.
And down he goes.
Okay, so now out comes Giratina again to make use of that extra energy. Out comes the Togekiss. Luckily for Cactus, throwing the Shadow Sneak, which of course the Dragon Claw would have been resisted, so it's a good move for both. The better move against both the Togekiss and the Escavalier. And now, of course, Cactus is just switching straight out and bringing that Escavalier in, throwing an Acid Spray. Have you ever run Acid Spray on an Escavalier, Trotter?
No, but
Oh,
I've shielded an acid spray from an Escavalier before, and it does not feel good.
oh, going for
Fish.
the
It does not
flamethrower
feel
doesn't
good.
quite get there. Sorry to interrupt you, but that was a big risk, and it didn't quite pay off. The Togekiss was going for the flamethrower, would have absolutely taken out the Escavalier, but didn't quite get it out in time. And now a drill run has taken out Silverfire's Escavalier as EpicCactus wins battle number 2.
Insane. Again, another just great lead catch by EpicCactus. I really feel that if Silverfire can get a even lead, or something that's just not so dominant, that you can probably fight this one back. So yeah, just hard lead counters. Like EpicCactus must be just dancing on the roof with those leads, right? He's just picked it.
Yeah,
These two don't know each other.
They are very good friends. They're in the Y4 lobby in Arena Australis, which is the the lobby that all the I guess most active players are in. These guys have fought a lot of battles against each other. They're mates from across the country.
Wow, we're gonna have to listen to a lot of Y4 banter after this.
Totally. Alright, so EpicCactus has won both of the leads so far, and he's gone 7 battles now in the ring without dropping one. Let's see if he can take it out. He'll win battle number 3 and win his second set for the night if he can take it out. Let's go. Alright, we get the... Alright, this is still a win for EpicCactus. So nailing those leads and both bringing up that switch window again. Cactus is bringing it down again. Interesting that Silver's staying in with these matchups, finally coming out and bringing out the Charizard. And here we see the Regirock. That Stone Edge is charging up real fast, and it's going to do a ton of damage. That Stone Edge is going to faint like 3.5 Charizards. That Blast Burn not doing much damage. Let's see if Silver wants to save this thing, try and commit some shields and see if he can make something in this battle. Nope,
No.
just lets it go. But now, I think definitely an opportunity to bring that Venusaur back against something that will be better.
Yes, exactly. So that's a really, really nice play here. Bringing that Venusaur in is just going to give him a chance to win the battle. Oh, and undercharging.
Undercharge.
Very
Perfect.
interesting. I love that. That's a brilliant, brilliant play. Oh, when he gets to the Stone
Wow.
Edge. Oh, my goodness. You have
Let's
to
see how
no
much
shield
this does.
this. Yeah, very good play there, because the health from the Venusaur is going down from 1 Blast Burn, regardless of how much energy it's got. Hey, Fish.
Alright, so we get to the Sludge Bomb before the Blast Burn's fired. I believe, if I saw that correctly, the Typhlosion did have a Blast Burn prepared, but didn't fire it straight away. Oh yeah, had easily enough energy. So going up for 2 Blast Burns before throwing it. And now gets it out. Are we going to see the shield? Is he going to try and get to another one? No, just letting that one go. And now we have 1 Pokemon left on Silverfire's side. It is a Swampert, so now... excellently timed switch. So that Typhlosion has come out with a bit of energy stored up. Now, this is the classic situation in Open GBO Ultra League, where you've got that Swampert and you've got a Typhlosion on the other side, and you want to try and burn shields on the other side to get that Solar Beam through. Let's see if we can achieve that. We've got, let's see, 2 shields left on Cactus's side, so it's not looking good right now for Silver. Oh, sorry, 2 shields left on Silver's side. So, definitely can use that.
So built up to
And
double
yep.
Hydro Cannons there for EpicCactus as well. So really wanting to get, and he gets the shield. So this is game, set, and match because EpicCactus will be happy to let this one go down, and then just win with the beam, right? Like such a sweet way of
Did it
winning.
have
I actually
enough of the
think,
beam? I didn't see that though.
yeah,
I
he's
didn't.
he's
Got
out of
it?
beam. Yeah.
Oh,
So
there it
there we go.
is.
There it is. He did that 100% deliberately. Like, played that match
Perfectly.
for this beam. Silverfire, I'm so sorry to say this to you, but mate, get beamed. You're done.
So yeah, interestingly, Silver was one mud shot away from another Hydro Cannon. Do you know who wins the CMP between Swampert and Typhlosion?
Ooh, I do not. That would be a very, very close one, Fish. No, I don't know who wins CMP
Yeah,
out of
just
those
give me a quick
two.
check. I've not set it up on my my software here, so I can't bring it up on the screen here. You'll just have to tell
Yep,
us.
we are all over it, and it is actually Typhlosion that wins that one.
Okay, so wasn't winning either way. I'm actually surprised. I thought Swampert had the CMP there.
Yeah, no. In Ultra League, Swampert is a higher stamina Pokemon. Lower defense, higher stamina, but yeah, 173 attack to a standard Typhlosion versus 159 to a standard Swampert.
All right. So we have a back-to-back champion.
And he has a replay in his back pocket. The
Totally.
potential to go two replays here coming up, right?
That's crazy. Yeah. We haven't had anyone have two replays in hand going into a set, so this could be a big deal. Let's go into battle number 4. Look, is there anything you want to see from Silver to try and change that up?
I want to see that Raikou, and I want to see less of a dependency on some of those flyers there. Yeah,
Well,
switch it up a
interestingly, the
little bit.
Raikou is we're seeing Swampert on, like, I think the one Pokemon that we've seen all 3 times from Cactus has been the Swampert. So I'm not sure Silver will be very willing to bring in the Raikou in that situation.
Yeah, but that's still 1 out of 3 Pokemon, right? So there's still 2 other Pokemon. If you can land that Raikou in the appropriate situation, it's gonna do work. So
Yeah, totally fair. All right, so what you'd want, say, Raikou, and then the 2 closest things you can get to Swampert counters, which one's the Venusaur, and then what would your other what's the other best thing you could bring against the Swampert in that situation?
yeah, pretty much just that Venusaur or the Mirror, really, in this team.
Yeah, sure. All right, let's go battle number 4, and we have another good counter for EpicCactus. Winning that lead again. Silver is not doing well with the leads. Silver is farming up a ton of energy. Very well timed switch. That was good. The drill run is still going to do a decent amount of damage. And with that energy lead, Escavalier would still win, but of course not going to keep it in because he wants that Escavalier to go in against the Venusaur. So it brings out the Giratina, which is going to be able to finish off that Swampert quite easily. Now, did we see... I did not see whether Silver brought the Togekiss. Not bothering to
Oh, it
fire that
doesn't
energy.
get to the Earthquake.
Togekiss
Yeah, he
is
did bring
there.
the Togekiss. And the Giratina does not have that ancient power, so Togekiss is well within its rights to go to Farm City here, but it's still a hard comeback at this point because he's still got that Escavalier in the back, which will take out probably the rest of this Togekiss and the Venusaur. So really hard counters here. Silverfire must just be like spitting chips because there's nothing he can do to take out some of these Pokemon. And then here we go. Actually, Reggie Rock comes out. So my
Interesting.
goodness, that is a heavy-handed counter.
Okay,
Willing
so that's
to shield it.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. That farming that he did earlier came in handy because was able to fire out that Frenzy Plant before EpicCactus had the reflexes to get rid of it. Now going an Acid Spray on this one, interesting. Do you think that's a
I
clever move?
like it.
You
I
don't
like it. I can't. No, I'd love it. Oh, and it doesn't get shielded too. Brilliantly done by Silverfyree. That could actually turn this match right around. That
Okay, so
one no
but
shield.
how much do these counters do at this point?
Well, they will start to stack up a little bit, but still not that much. None of these fast moves is really doing any damage here, and the frenzy plants are quite quick on the Venusaur side. They're only going to chip away. However, it's probably at the range of one drill run KOing this Venusaur. Oh, fire me up a little bit of extra energy here. Really pushing it hard. He's got to throw something.
Oh,
Wow, he's
over
going to be full
farmed it.
shield.
Are we gonna see a
Really
shield from Cactus?
got a shield and then continue the farm, right?
Oof.
No, let it go.
Alright, so now the Regirock is gonna come out. Can it get the farm down? Oh no! I mean, definitely using that shield. Of course it's gonna use that shield there. And able to get the rest of the farm down after that. Going straight in with the Togekiss.
So
That,
we got to get to 3
Stone
stone
Edge
edges
is
here.
gonna be shielded, and let's see how much these charms do. Can oh, okay, we've got the ancient power. That's not gonna do very much, but you know, we saw how much a boost could do. Let's see if we get the boost. No boost. So that Stone Edge is going to kick Togekiss's ass. Oh, it's still got a shield in hand. Jeez, Silver.
Yeah, he has 2 shields.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, he will get to another boost. I mean, whether it's
Boost.
even enough to KO. Oh, another boost chance, I should say. Oh, and he
Okay.
does.
Okay,
But
so
this
this
isn't
ancient
gonna
power won't
KO.
KO, but it'll get it to within farmable range if Silver can do it before that
No.
Stone Edge is. Oh wow! Unfortunately, got the boost, but it was just as Cactus fired the Stone Edge, so wasn't able to take care of that. And that Venusaur just one lock on. Oh, poor Venusaur! Look at it.
Wow, look, that was actually a really close end to the battle. It should have been a bit of a write-off, but yeah, that no shield on that acid spray, and then EpicCactus going for that aggressive farm almost cost the match.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that boost had come in the first ancient power rather than the second, that might have been enough as well. I think that if the second ancient power had been boosted, that probably would have been enough to take out the Regirock.
Yeah, quite possibly, or even just going for a flamethrower. To be honest, that's going to do a reasonable amount of damage compared to an ancient power.
So in the first one, you're saying?
Yeah. So instead of throwing the first ancient power, going for the boost, just throwing that flamethrower, maybe. I mean, it's still not a nice spot to be.
So,
But EpicCactus
going for
4-0.
a second sweep in a row. This is exciting.
Let's see how he does.
Battle number 5. EpicCactus versus Silverfire. Mate versus mate. Here we go. And
Oh,
wow, the lead again. Giratina with the Dragon Breaths just taking... You can see how much that HP bar is just melting on the Swampert. Finally throwing a Dragon Claw from the Giratina. Going unshielded, which is an interesting play. That you'd want that Swampert against things like the Escavalier and the Regirock as well. So interesting that Silver's just going, nah, you'll be fine on your own. I want to save these shields for something else. Goes for the bait with the Hydro Cannon, and I've never thought it was a good idea to try and bait a Giratina, because no one ever shields the first attack from a Swampert on a Giratina. Now going for the Earthquake, and still not shielded. Or you'd like to think that the Swampert could get there, but it's just not going to happen. The Giratina just too powerful with the Dragon Breath.
yeah, Giratina went to Farm City, and I mean, a lot of this is going to be pretty useless because this Togekiss is going to kill it in 1, maybe 2 charms here.
Yep.
And then it's massive advantage to EpicCactus here, and he's got that Regirock. Oh my goodness! Oh, wait, that's Typhlosion. That's an interesting call. I really.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think that was a good idea, because probably the most likely thing that Silver's bringing in the back is the Venusaur, so you don't want to get that locked in against the Regirock.
Yeah, the Venusaur or the Escavalier are
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, exactly.
absolutely trounce that, and going for the shielding of the ancient power as well.
Now we're
Oh,
getting a
and it
switch
is
out. The
switch.
Escavalier comes in. Now, still farming up extra energy for EpicCactus. Doesn't get the second Blast Burn charged up in time, so having to use a shield there. But the Escavalier is switch locked, so we can safely say that it's gonna be able to get off a couple of Blast Burns. Here comes the first one, and opting to shield. Now, I wonder if Silverfire is how aware of EpicCactus's energy he is, because that second one comes out and he's just wasted a shield and now is losing the Escavalier. Look at that health bar
Yeah,
disappear.
yeah, it just melted, and I mean, this Stone Edge is going to melt away this Togekiss. And Epic Cactus, back to back, 5-0. He's on a 10-match streak here in the ring, which is something we have not even come close to seeing yet. I think this meta really played into Epic Cactus's hands, and just 5 out of 5 hard counted leads.
Yeah,
Just
that's so.
oofs in
How
the chat for Silverfire.
how much do you think? How much of a difference do you think that made? Like, do if Cactus had lost all 5 of those leads, do you think he was playing well enough to be able to overcome those, or do you think that that lead was the thing that got him the win?
I think in one of the matches they may have been able to come back because the team weren't ABC or RPS, rock paper
Yep,
scissors.
yep.
Um, but I think from like matches 2 onwards, it was like one counted this, counted this, counted this, and as long as you were in front and then you kept your switch advantage, you were fine. So yeah, I really do think if Silverfire, like I mean, imagine if Silverfire lands that Swampert on that Regirock or that Typhlosion.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a hugely different story.
Massively different story. And then he's got all the advantage there in the back to kind of take things out. And if he doesn't land that Giratina, like he landed that Giratina every time on something that wasn't Togekiss or Raikou.
Yeah, and even though
Huge
Silver had the
advantage.
Togekiss to hard counter the Giratina, Cactus still managed to get exactly as much use as he wanted out of the Giratina before letting the Togekiss have its way with it.
Exactly, yeah. So that's a massive, massive win against somebody who's not a chump by any stretch of the imagination in terms of battling
No,
Silverfire.
6,000th in the world. That's a good effort.
Yeah, so really, really dominant performance. And Cactus played really well with that. The only thing he probably did wrong was go for those aggressive farm downs in match 4, but ended up winning anyway. Um, and just sweep after sweep. Can Epic Cactus go 3 weeks in a row and earn himself a third replay next week? That would just be absolutely insane.
Yeah, setting himself up for a long run at the top. Maybe we can finally
Massive.
beat the original champion Necro's run.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Necro, the tyrant, move over. We've got a new tyrant, and he's prickly, and he's epic, and he is Epic Cactus 49.
So, if you want to take on EpicCactus in the ring, join the Arena Australis Discord. We've got a link in the description below the video. Join that server. Head to the Join a Lobby channel and click on the ring. We put out a call every week for new challenges. All you have to do, click on the react button, and we'll pick one of those people at random to become the challenger for the next episode. I really hope to see you there. We want to just feature as many Australian and New Zealand battlers as we can. That's it. We'll see you next week.
Bye.